Alright, this is the last story for the night. This story right here is back when I was going to Grant. I was playing football at Grant and shit. We used to go to Irwin Park and play against the football team against some of the essays and shit, right? I'm used to set that shit up and shit. I used to just show up like fuck it, whatever. Fuck yeah. We used to always beat the shit out of them though. Like beat their ass. So anyways, I used to hate that shit. But we used to kick it like right. Them same ass the football team would kick it right there in nutrition and lunch by the student store, and they would kick it on the other side, little spot. So, anyways, we whoop on them one day after school, and the next day, fucking, all right. So we whoop on them. All right, the next day we had lunchtime. Either nutrition, I think of nutrition. One of them essays, a little fucking fat ass motherfucker named Pigeon. He throw a little ass rock over there at us. And I see him throw it, no one else see him throw that shit but me. So I run over there and shit. I skirt around there. I'm like, before I get over there, his homie comes stop me, big homie. So I be like, what's up? Like, nigga, he saw me coming over there, so he told his homie and shit to come, like, look. So his homie intervened and shit. And I'm like, man, your boy just threw a fucking rock at me, man. I'm gonna beat his ass. He's like, whoa, like, what the fuck? I'm like, man, that nigga just threw a rock at me. So fucking, he lying too, like, no, I ain't throw shit. But I'm not knowing, I'm looking behind me and shit. I got the whole football team behind me. And some of the other homies and shit behind me. So we getting ready to go at it and shit. Next thing I know, the dean pull up, Mr. Lawrence pull up, all that shit, like break it up. I'm like, man, all right. So that was whatever. So that day passed. No, later on that day, I'm trying to think how that shit happened. Because later on, yeah, I don't know if it was later on that day, after school, one of the older homies come grab me from the football team and shit. Get my wallet on. He like, yo, come roll with me and shit. I gotta get out with this nigga. I'll just make sure I don't get jumped. I'm like, I got you. So it's like me and like three other motherfuckers. We go clash up with like a couple of them. One of they little niggas swing at my nigga and shit. And they like, hold on, it was an older nigga, fucking dude who threw the rock, had an older brother and shit. It was like in his late 20s and shit. Still trying to fuck with motherfuckers our age and shit. He had two older brothers and shit. One in the late 20s, one like in his early 20s, like 19, 20 or something, shit like that. But I'm like 14 years old. So I'm like, man, you old niggas is. So he come up, the old nigga like, yo, who's talking shit to my little brother? I'm like, what? I'm like, that was me, was cracking. So I forget what happened. We ended up breaking that shit up. So I see we go to nutrition the next day in school. The bell ring, go to nutrition. We in the hallway and shit, and I see Pigeon fat ass coming down the hallway. So I get that nigga the super shoulder. He fall back into the locker. He like, man, what the fuck? I said, man, what? I swing a bolo at him. He ducked back and I missed. I swing another bolo. Come with the left. He ducked back again. I missed again. I was like, damn, strike two. so I just started tagging him. I was like, he ducked down. I'm like, bam, 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 bam. Boom. Giving it to him. Boom, boom, boom. He ain't getting nothing there. I'm just giving it to him. Bam, 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 bam. Everyone in the hallway like, oh shit. So fucking, I don't know, I get tired of shit. I just hear a teacher say stop. So I'm like, he ain't doing nothing. He like, oh shit. So he like, man, walk me down to the dean. I just grab my bag and walk down to the dean's office like, fuck it. Like, nigga, yeah, I ain't running from this. So then fucking, I get suspended for like 2 or 3 days. But the next day at school, this is the whole story really about how these niggas tried to run me over with the car and kill me and shit. Fucking, the next day I'm just bored at the house and shit. It's like 9, 10 in the morning. And I had like 50 cents on me and shit. I had like 50 cents to my name. So I'm like, fuck it, that's enough to go get like a blow pop or a Jolly Rancher or something from 7-Eleven. Like, let me just get out the house. So I go out, I get out the house, I walk to 7-Eleven down Fulton to Victory and shit. When I do that, I gotta walk down. They literally stay like across the street and shit, like not a house but apartment down. So I'm like, it's my apartment, a house, side street, a house, and their apartment where my enemies stay. So we like right there. But we both like, all right, we gonna respect where we lay our head. We not taking it there. But when I catch you on the streets, it's on. So fucking go to 7-Eleven, get a piece of candy over there to fuck, come walking back. When I see that, it used to be a little fucking little midget motherfucker and shit with these big ass feet, like a dwarf with a big ass feet. He used to go to Grant. I see him, he cool with them. I see him walking back when I'm going to the store. So I guess he had seen me and went upstairs and told them and shit. But I'm not knowing they all upstairs. So when I coming back from the 7-Eleven, it's like 15 of them motherfuckers sitting on the stoop, on the damn apartment stoop, on the stairs. So I'm like, fuck it, I don't even turn around yet. I walk right towards them, like, fuck it. When I do that, I walk up on them and shit. That one motherfucking comic come down. That's Pidge, one of the second oldest. He come down and shit. He like, man, why you do that to my little brother? I'm like, man, fuck you and your little brother. And shit, he like, I see them all gonna start coming down the stairs and shit. I said, you know what? Pew! I turned around. And start running down the street. It's gone. I was running down the middle of Fulton Avenue and shit. Down the yellow line and shit in the middle of the street. Cars going past this way. Cars going, shoo, shoo. I'm running. I turn back and look. They all like, I'm like, nigga, I play football. Get the fuck out of here. I still outrun you niggas. So anyway, I get to Victory and shit. When I get to Victory, the lights are red, so I'm hitting the button like, I'm not even waiting. Well, I'm still waiting on the red light. Like, yo, they do that. Two of them pull up in a red car and shit. They start throwing their hood out the car. I'm like, man, fuck y'all. Fuck you. Ooh. Light turn green. I walk across the street. They pull inside 7-Eleven fucking parking lot. And I go across the street. I'm going to go inside 7-Eleven and shit because I'm like, yo, that's the safe zone and shit. So fucking, I walk behind a car. When I walk behind the car, I look, all I hear is skrrr. Nigga try to run me over. He backed up fast as fuck. And I put my hand on the trunk and I jumped like boom. And kind of did some old fucking movie ass shit, but jumped and twisted and turned and got away from that one. So I'm like, yo, that nigga just try to run me over and shit for real. So I run up beside 7-Eleven and shit. I'm like, fuck. And then back then it wasn't no cell phones. This 97. Yeah, this 97. So ain't no cell phones and none of that shit. So it's like, nigga. It might have been like late. It's like late 97, early 98. So fucking, nigga, we on pagers and payphones and shit. So fucking, I'm in 7-Eleven. Next thing I know, them two motherfuckers in that red car come out. They come inside 7-Eleven. They're like, what's up? So the first one, I'm like, what? First one run up. He fall out. Gave it to him. Boom. The one hitter. He fall out. He fall back into the door. He try to hold on to the door, but he's on the floor. And he like, his homie look like shit. He try to get him up, but dude like, so next thing I know, dude, I'm standing here, and I'm looking like, yo. Next thing I know, dude pulls out a fucking, like a cut off broomstick or some shit. But it was like a broomstick, but it was on like this. Like he cut it off, made like a little. But I'm like, yo, that's a broomstick. What the fuck you gonna do? I'll take that shit from you, stick it up your ass. So he's standing there like this. He like, come on. And I'm looking at him. I just went. And I'm getting ready to run. In my head, I was going to run full speed and kick this nigga in his chest. And kick him right out the fucking door over his homeboy. But fucking, as soon as I did like this and got in my fucking Jackie Chan Bruce Lee stance, I seen the police coming. So I'm like, oh shit. They see them. His homies see him. So he grab his boy, he get him up and shit. They take off and shit. Fucking police question me, all that bullshit. Drop me back off at the house. Police like, nah, we go taking you to jail, we taking you home. I'm like, yo, take me to the house. I bonked out as soon as they dropped me off and shit. Went right up to the school. Like, the homies already knew what happened. Anyway, that was the time motherfucker SA tried to run me over and shit.